Welcome to Total Financial Makeover with Debo Adejana. Move from lack or barely enough to abundance. Renting to letting. From struggling to thriving. Blick to living the dream. Totally in control. Your head above the waters. Taking safe and superb financial decisions always.
Hello, you're welcome to Total Financial Makeover with Debo Adejana. I'm your host, your escape crusader, financial jailbreaker, and the emperor of the Sack Your Landlord dynasty. Now, I've heard a lot about this topic for today. I've heard people say you must own your own business to make it in life. In fact, just the other day, I was on a call to someone, a senior when I was in secondary school, and he's about leaving his paid employment. And what he was busy telling me was that, look, at some time you just have to own your own business to be able to, break even and all of that. Or to make it in life, something like that. He had that impression. And I've always wondered that, is this really true? And for a long time, I have been very observant as to whether owning your own business really is how people, or is the only way to being financially free. Because a lot of people then talk down on being an employee and things like that, and that you just have to own your own and stuff like that. What do you think? Do you think you need to own your own business to become financially free in life? Or you think you may be an employee and become financially free in life? What do you think? Let's know in the comment section. And please subscribe to this channel. That's what we'll be discussing today. You are in for a great time. Subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed before. Click on the subscribe button and click on the bell sign. What that does is whenever we upload any video, you'll be one of the first to be notified, and then you can enjoy it. I have tons of videos on this site already, over 150 videos. Yes, and please enjoy them. We're talking about sales, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about financial freedom, we talk about real estate. Those are the 4 major areas that I cover on this channel. You want to binge on the materials here. I tell you, there are a whole lot, and they're absolutely free. Nobody's charging you. So please, I beg you, subscribe. If I have to, I beg, We're on our journey to the 2,000 subscription mark. So please help us to reach there. Thank you very much. Subscribe. Thank you for subscribing right now. Thank you. Yes, you've clicked. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, like I said, if you think, and whatever your own thought is, please, can you let us know in the comment section? Do you think that you need to own your own business before you can become financially free? Or it can be otherwise? Now, I will tell you something. I guess that a lot of people don't even know that there are billionaires in all the currencies of the world, the best currencies of the world, pound, dollar, yen, whatever currencies of the world, that billionaires in those currencies that are not owners of the entities, or they've never owned a company by themselves or started a company that they own. They've grown more or less to become billionaires as employees. They exist in Nigeria. I tell you, in Naira, billionaires, probably in dollars also, okay, if they convert their wealth. Yes, I tell you that. And they exist all over the world. Yes, I tell you that for free. Now, this is the issue. I think where it starts is, one, the misconception of the fact that an entrepreneur just has it rosy and that anybody and everybody can become an entrepreneur. Let me tell you up front, this is my take on this. You don't need to become an entrepreneur. You don't need to run your own business to become financially free. No, that is just my own take up front. And I will tell you why. Like I said, there are a number of people that have been employees, okay? They've been number 2. They've never been number 1, okay? And they are billionaires in the currencies that they prefer, or in the currencies of their country. all over the world. There are those people. That's number one. Number two, it depends on what financial freedom really is to you. A lot of people have sacrificed their sanity and their other freedom for just being financially well-to-do. And that's not freedom. Yes, they've sacrificed every other freedom. Their health is not okay. Their relationships with their family is not okay, or people is not okay, just because they want to own or have money. Money is good, but when all you have is money, is a tragedy. I hope you know that. Now, so what is financial freedom to you? It varies from person to person. And I must tell you also that not everyone can become entrepreneurs. Not everyone can handle the pressure of entrepreneurship. That's why you see the statistics of companies who start and how many fail within their first 5 years. As much as 90% of companies are said to die within their first 5 years. And if you survive the next 5 years, which is 10 years, that a huge percentage also goes into oblivion. And it is that the story is that most companies who make it through their 10 years are the ones that survive maybe for another 10 or 20 years. And there are a lot of companies. In fact, in this part of the world, Nigeria, for example, we have very few companies that have gone from one generation to the other successfully. So you can see that the challenges of being an entrepreneur are enormous. In a country like ours, you don't want to even imagine. Such that if you don't have the stamina, if you don't have the strength, if you don't have the disposition, the personality to really handle what entrepreneurship is all about, you may be digging your own grave. I've met entrepreneurs that are all the days of their life sad. They seem to be making some money, but they are sad all the same because they are never up to, in their own eyes, they don't have what it takes to be able to endure and enjoy. You get what I mean? By enduring and enjoying, it means you are facing some battles, but guess what? You are living the life at the state that you are still. You are enjoying the moment whilst you are facing the battle to becoming better. That is very paramount in the life of any entrepreneur that will be sane, because it takes a lot to be an entrepreneur. You face a lot. The boss stops on your table, and if you don't know how to deal with matters while still enjoying the moment, you may be forever engrossed in achieving and a drive to do more and never relaxing. You know, that is a problem. So, what is your personality type? Are you good at being number one? Are you good at being the entrepreneur? If you are not, there is nothing bad about being number two. In fact, let me tell you this. Very good number twos are very scarce. And most entrepreneurs will pay a arm and a leg to retain good number twos. That is good backups, good staff. That's it. Good staff. People who can carry on their duties. They will pay a arm and a leg to retain good hands. And if you are such that can carry on and you are a career person, so this is what I believe. I believe some people have the capacity to become entrepreneurs, and I believe some people just have the capacity to be intrapreneurs. They are the ones that must climb the corporate ladder, okay? Because they really can't venture out and start something on their own and make it work. They are not good at starting it. They can't carry the pressure, but they are good at working a structure when there is somebody that is fighting the battle up front. They are good at remaining in-house and looking at things and setting things in motion, working out structure while the entrepreneur is out there making things happen. If you are that type of a person, you don't have to step out. I've seen a lot of number twos or very good staff step out in the belief that, for me to really make it, I need to just be an entrepreneur. Step out, become entrepreneurs, and of course, wreck themselves and have to go back again looking for employment. For those of them that are very fortunate, they get placed and if they didn't spend so much time, trying to become an entrepreneur, they get fixed up properly in good time and they can then take on their lives from where they left it and continue and survive it. But there are those that don't recover from that. There are those that don't recover and their lives get messed up. They don't achieve the optimum in their lives. There are entrepreneurs that also are, it looks like they are succeeding. Yes. But you see, the truth of the matter is that they probably would have done much more as an entrepreneur, as an employee, than what they are doing right now. Because what is it to be a big fish in a small pond as to be, a small fish, relatively small fish, but in a very big pond. The thing is that what you call small in a very big pond may be a giant fish in a small pond. You need to realize that. And so a lot of people that should have been members of the management in a multinational, for example, are only doing relatively well in a one-man business. That is not the optimum use of your capacity, of your talent. So I tell you, you need to define what your financial freedom is like. So these are the things that really help you become financially free, not necessarily owning a business or being an employee. You need to know what your financial freedom goal is like. You need to be able to follow a plan. Very important. You need to be able to follow a plan. You need to have a plan first, drawn up, and follow a plan. Of course, you need to know the core of who you are. You need to know the core of who you are, whom you are. You need to know the core of the kind of person that you are. I still have some other things to share as to what would help you really become financially free, as against thinking that it's just about becoming an entrepreneur or not becoming an entrepreneur. I'll do that right after this break.
There comes a time when you need to say, enough is enough. The time to stop that embarrassment at the shopping counter. Insufficient funds. This is the time to say enough to that empty wallet that keeps the stomach hungry, regardless of the fact that you're working very hard. Can you hear the children say it?
If you're wondering whether the little you've got is good enough, don't wonder anymore. Let me show you how to build an investment portfolio with what you have. If you can afford data, you can become an investor.
Yes, now is the time to consider a secure investment that allows you to say goodbye to insufficiency. Sign up for It's All About the Money webinar every Friday on Zoom. It's all about the money.
Welcome back. Yes, I hope you are getting the fact that we are sharing. Great. And you like that advert. Now, I would encourage you to call the numbers below, the numbers showing on your screen right now, to get more information about that advert, because you want to invest. What will it sound like if you have 500,000 and you can invest in business? If you have 25,000 and you can invest in real estate? Can you imagine what that would look like? I think you should be looking at that very seriously. So call the numbers, okay? Call the numbers on the screen right now, and they will give you more information about that. The money quote for today. The money quote of the day is, being the best is great. Yeah, I'm number one. But being unique is greater. I'm the only one. Anonymous. Being the best is great. Yeah, I'm number one. But being unique is greater. I'm the only one. And that leads me to the next point of how you actually become financially free. You need to own your craft. First, you need to know your craft, and then you need to own it. For a lot of people, why they are not financially free is not whether they are an employee or they are an employer. It's the fact that they don't even know their craft, and they don't own their craft. When you don't know it, you cannot even own it. When you know it, you have to also own it to be able to be financially free. So, do you demonstrate ownership in what you do? As an employee, do you own that your desk? Do you give the best that you can? Or you are just working according to the pay you are getting in the organization that you are in currently? That's not how to be financially free, because guess what? It is the universe that pays you, not your employer. So if your employer does not reward you adequately, life, nature, have a way of happening such that you are pushed out of that kind of a place and you are pushed into a place that you get adequate reward. Guess what? A good number two, someone that should be number two, will be a colossal, miserable number one. How do I mean? It may even appear as if he's succeeding as number one, that is as an entrepreneur, but then he wouldn't know what he is missing, because if he had remained as number two, where he would have been as an entrepreneur rather than starting. There are people that, like I said, can't just start something, can't grow it, can't take the level of risk, don't have the kind of gut or heart that it requires to lead a field. They can be next and ensure that every other person is in rank, and do their own bit on their decks. That's how to grow. So please find out what is the center of your call. Are you an entrepreneur or are you an intrapreneur? If you see that you're an entrepreneur, by all means, strive to own and start a vision. By all means, an entrepreneur would always want to, even after failing. And it doesn't mean that maybe you will succeed at your first attempt, even as an entrepreneur. You don't have to. But you see, there is that innate quality that makes you even enjoy the process of failing such that you want to try again. Yes. And that eventually delivers your success to you, because like someone said, what is worth doing at all is worth failing at first. Yes. So it's not about failing at something at first or a few times that makes you a failure or not somebody that shouldn't be an entrepreneur. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But you must know in your core, your personality. Are you a risk taker? Are you someone that is restless and you like to see things being done? Are you up and doing and about? Do you spot opportunities and you can start things from the scratch and grow them? Or are you the type that is, organized, can work at a vision, but you really don't have the heart to carry the risk of knowing that the lives and livelihood of hundreds, thousands of people depends on you, or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands depends on you? Execute the plan that you have. And in helping you execute, you cannot but ensure that you get mentored, okay? That you get coached. You must constantly be under mentorship. You must constantly be coached. It helps you to bring out the best in you, either as an entrepreneur or as an intrapreneur, before you can be financially free. There are thousands of people, millions, own their own business, but they are financially free in every country, in every sector of the world. Own your craft, okay? Have a plan, execute your plan, get mentoring, get coaching, learn how to make your money work for you, whatever you earn. Those are the things that would help you being an entrepreneur, starting your own business. That way, we just have a lot of mushroom businesses all around that are not really making as much impact as the owners should have been making in other organizations if they had remained in a corporate environment or as number two somewhere else. I hope you've benefited greatly at this session. Okay, till I come your way in another episode, please, again, I would encourage you, for the advert, call the numbers on your screen to know more. You want to learn how to invest your money. We just talked about that. And also, subscribe to the channel. Help us to reach the 2,000 mark. That's our next goal right now. Subscribe. If you just joined, subscribe to this channel right now. Yes, thank you as you do that. And click on the notification button also. What that does is that whenever we upload any video, you are one of the first to know. Till I come your way in another episode, I remain yours sincerely, your financial jailbreaker, escape crusader, and the emperor of the Sack Your Landlord dynasty, Debo Adejana. See you some other time. Bye.
Welcome to Total Financial Makeover with Debo Adejana. Move from lack or barely enough to abundance. Renting to letting. From struggling to thriving. Blick to living the dream. totally in control, your head above the waters, taking safe and superb financial decisions always.